Good morning. It is another beautiful, warm November day in Colorado. Definitely loving this weather. Hoping the snow comes soon though. But I'm about to do a real quick warm up just because I have stuff to do today and I also just don't want to do a very long warm up and I don't feel like I need to. So there's that. And then today's run, I'm just gonna try to make it fun. It's gonna be 30 seconds not so great form, 30 seconds good form that I'm working on, and I'm going to explain more about that later because I had another physical therapy appointment this week with Tim Hilden, and this is following his advice, but I have heard it before, and so yeah, I'll talk more about that later, but for right now I'm going to warm up. So this is a note Tim gave me on directions of how to change my form within the next 3 to 4 weeks. And then this is Anna, who Sage and I adopted last year from Farm Sanctuary. So it's getting a little dark out, and I know the lighting is not good for my camera right now, but it is so beautiful out right now. I could not resist an evening walk. Always one of my favorite things to do in the evening if I can fit it into my schedule. Does anyone else out there like walks? Something I've always done with my mom and sometimes my sisters too since I was a kid, and so something I get from her. It's always a good time to think and to reflect. And I always get some great ideas when I'm walking, so interested if anybody else feels the same way about walking. So I will update you on my training this week and my second PT session, but I think I'll wait till I get home and I can get a little bit better lighting. Okay, back from my walk, and so that is a good time to update you on this week so far. But honestly, the walk was just what I needed. I love those evening walks, and to be honest, I missed my sister Amanda a lot today, and so just getting some fresh air always seems to help in those situations a little bit. But anyway, Monday had another speed workout, which I think just ended up being 5 times 4 minutes fast, 2 minutes easy again. And amazingly, just because of last week's physical therapy appointment with Tim where he did the adjustment, felt like I was using my right leg better, not perfect, but better. And so my pace is way better than it's been for much shorter intervals in the past couple weeks. So happy with that. But, you know, as I said, I wasn't feeling perfect. It's kind of like I have access to these muscles again, but my body just doesn't quite know what to do because I felt like I just wasn't smooth for so long. So I got lucky where somebody canceled an appointment with him, and I had just called in to make a second appointment, and so I got the spot on Monday. So with a very quick turnover with an appointment for Tim, he's really hard to get into. And so put me on the treadmill again, which thanks to Tim, I had a video of. And I probably ended up running like 3 miles. He gave me different cues to think about to see what would work for me, but that's actually jumping forward too much. So what we found on the treadmill was that my left knee would come up much higher than my right leg as I was running. And so in those situations, it's like, well, do you mess around with the arm swing? Do you think about not lifting one leg up so high? Or do you think about bringing up the other leg more? Or is there something else to look at? It's a lot. And so that's why I end up running 3 miles on the treadmill during physical therapy. And what ended up working amazingly well was at first Tim had his hands in front of me as I was running. He just like make sure both knees hit my hands, and so that immediately started working pretty well. And so obviously he wasn't just going to stay like that. So he attached a band to the treadmill, which you can see in the shot, and he's just like make sure both your legs are hitting the band the same way, and you could like instantly see a change in my form as he was taking the video. It wasn't great because my body was also kind of like, what's going on here? And some other movements were just kind of awkward because I wasn't used to it, but it was a noticeable improvement. And so now I'm back to trying to change my form as I run, which is, it's really hard. And I don't think a lot of people realize how hard changing your running form can be. I think cadence can be a little bit easier sometimes because you can just like look at your watch, be like, okay, cadence is up or down, and that's like nice feedback to have. But with trying to bring one knee higher, it feels really awkward, and it should because I'm making a change. If it felt normal, that means I'm falling back into my old habits. But eventually, it should become normal, and if I go back to not so great form, that's what I like to say instead of bad form anyway, then should hopefully start to feel more awkward. But it's a lot of body awareness, and we're not sure like where my body's gonna end up. Right now it feels really awkward. I could end up doing something else that's not great, but that's why, when you change your form, you should always take video like every couple weeks to see if it's working or if something else changing not so great. In my case, I'm having the guidance of Tim, of course, just because like to me this feels like a really significant issue that I've had for a while. So the guidance from somebody else, even though like I kind of know what to look for, I know it's going to help me a lot, or at least I hope it is. I don't know what I'm going to be saying 2 to 3 or 4 weeks from now. I hope it works. I hope this is a good step in the right direction, but only time will tell. One thing I wanted to add, what was interesting is he was listening to my feet, how they hit when I was on the treadmill, and he noticed that when I could bring my right leg higher, my left leg, my foot landing was softer. And that was interesting to me because it was my left Achilles that hurt for like 8+ years. And so I asked him immediately, is like, well, do you think this was causing like the chronic Achilles pain? And of course, like, I just started seeing him. He's like, I'm not sure. It could have started many different ways, but this definitely could have added to it over the past few years. So that was interesting to me. So hopefully this will help take some stress off of that leg. But yeah, only time will tell what's going to happen. But at least I'm hopeful now. Honestly, just feeling a little bit awkward when I run was taking up a lot of energy and very frustrating for a very long time now. And so it's nice to actually have some hope that I'm on the right track. So I don't know, if you're kind of in the position of not feeling great about your form or having chronic pain, keep asking questions, keep seeking out maybe different people to help you. Because I've had a couple scenarios now where like getting a second or third opinion really saved me. Some of you have been following me more closely, like I guess it was maybe last October, maybe earlier than that. No, maybe last October. I had a doctor tell me to find a new sport. Your Achilles looks awful. But then I got a second opinion, got something else done, and the pain went away without surgery. So, but then again, so is shockwave therapy, and I might need to touch up on that again at some point. I was warned about that. But it's so much better than having surgery and having a lot of money and then also a lot of time spent off running. And it was going to be a major surgery too. So again, always keep asking questions and keep getting different opinions, and then just go with what truly feels right to you. So if that resonates with you and you're struggling with something, just don't give up hope. I've been on the verge of giving up hope a few times, but I'm so lucky I did it, and I kept on looking for different opinions and kept on coming up with different questions to ask people as well. So that's pretty much my week so far. But so right now, like, I still have a few days left in the week, and I'm in a interesting position where it's like I was gonna run, increase my mileage a little bit this week, but I'm not sure if I am anymore, just because changing my running form, it seems like a big task, and I don't know if now's the right time to. So I might just kind of take it by day and just change my mind on the run about how many miles I want to do. So I don't know. I think that's important when you're changing running form. Just kind of go with the flow instead of sticking to a plan, because again, it feels awkward, and it's mentally a little tiring to keep on doing that. But yeah, that's it for now. My turn to cook dinner again. I have no idea what I'm gonna make tonight. Probably give you something quick because I don't always love cooking. I normally like cooking, but I normally like cooking when I'm blasting music, and Sage doesn't always like when I blast music, or I watch the news and stuff like that. I know, headphones, but it's just not as fun as like, does anybody else feel like that? Like, headphones are great, and I'll listen to headphones or have my headphones in like a lot in the morning and a lot of the time, but sometimes it's just nice to listen to music out loud. Am I right? I know people are going to disagree with me with that, especially Sage, but that's okay. I also know, like, it's not fun to listen to music you don't want to listen to, or news or podcasts you don't want to listen to. So, okay, I get it. But yeah, just got a little bit more work to do, and then it's time to cook dinner. Ooh, such a pretty color green. Lots of vitamins and minerals in there. One of these days I'll get a better camera. Sorry, I know that the lighting's not so great right now. It's fucking the film quality, but this is dinner for tonight. Just green vegetables, tempeh, and like a brown, like, sticky sauce. So that is it for this video. Thank you so much for following along, and as always, let me know how you're doing and how your training is going below in the comments. And until next time, keep running wild.